Throughout history, mythologies have told stories of gods with terrifying power, capable of destroying worlds, manipulating the human mind, or even defying death itself. In this series, we will explore one by one the most dangerous and dark gods from various mythologies. From destroyer deities to entities that devour time, each episode will reveal a new being with abilities that defy logic and, according to some theories, might still be influencing the modern world. The first on our list of the 10 most dangerous gods in mythology is Cronos, the ruthless Titan king whose fear of losing power led him to commit one of the most horrifying acts in ancient myths. As ruler of the Titans, he overthrew his father Uranus and seized control of the cosmos. However, a prophecy warned that one of his own children would eventually overthrow him, just as he had done to his father. Determined to prevent this fate, Cronos devised a gruesome plan. Each time his wife Rhea gave birth, he swallowed the child whole, trapping them inside his stomach. One by one, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon were consumed. But when Zeus was born, Rhea tricked Cronos by giving him a stone wrapped in cloth instead. Zeus grew in secret and later confronted his father, forcing him to regurgitate his siblings. This act ignited the great war known as the Titanomachy, leading to the downfall of Cronos. The second on our list of the 10 most dangerous gods in mythology is Sekhmet, the Egyptian goddess of war, destruction, and divine fury. Born from the fiery eye of Ra, she was unleashed upon humanity as a punishment for their disobedience. With the strength of 1,000 warriors and the relentless nature of a predator, Sekhmet swept across the land. Her wrath knew no bounds. Blood stained the Nile as she slaughtered mortals without mercy. Ra devised a desperate plan. He ordered vast quantities of beer to be dyed red to resemble blood and poured it across the battlefield. Consumed by her insatiable hunger for destruction, Sekhmet drank deeply, unaware of the deception. As the intoxicating liquid took effect, her fury subsided, and she fell into a deep sleep. Thus, humanity was spared, but the legend of Sekhmet's unbridled rage remains a chilling reminder of divine power unchecked. The third on our list of the 10 most dangerous gods in mythology is Loki, the Norse trickster god of chaos, deception, and destruction. Unlike other gods of Asgard, Loki was unpredictable, neither fully friend nor foe. His cunning and mischief often caused great trouble, but his true danger lay in his role in Ragnarok, the end of the world. Loki's deception led to the death of Baldur, Odin's beloved son, an act that sealed his fate. Bound in chains beneath the earth, he suffered for ages, but his vengeance was inevitable. When Ragnarok arrived, Loki broke free, leading an army of giants and monsters against the gods of Asgard. His ultimate battle was against Heimdall, guardian of the gods. Loki's actions ensured the fall of the Norse gods, plunging the world into chaos and destruction. Was he merely an agent of fate, or did he crave the end of everything? That remains his greatest mystery. The fourth on our list of the 10 most dangerous gods in mythology is Tezcatlipoca, the Aztec god of darkness, fate, and deception. Tezcatlipoca thrived on chaos, manipulating both mortals and gods alike for his own amusement. He was the master of trickery, using his obsidian mirror to see into the hearts of men and alter their destinies. One of his most infamous acts was his rivalry with Quetzalcoatl. Through deception, he led the feathered serpent god into disgrace in changing the course of Aztec history. As the god of conflict and war, he demanded blood sacrifices, believing that only through death could the cycle of creation and destruction continue. He was the embodiment of unpredictability, reminding humanity that fate was never truly in their control. Was he merely an agent of destiny, or did he delight in the suffering he caused? That question remains as dark as his obsidian mirror. Fifth on the list is Nyx, the primordial goddess of the night, an ancient and mysterious force that even Zeus dared not challenge. Born from chaos itself, Nyx was one of the oldest beings in existence, a presence that predated the Olympian gods. She was the mother of several powerful deities, including Thanatos, the god of death, Hypnos, the god of sleep, and the Moirai, the goddesses of fate who controlled the destiny of all beings. Legends say that Zeus once considered punishing Hypnos,
but upon realizing this would anger Nyx, he immediately backed down.
This rare moment of hesitation from the mighty ruler of Olympus highlights her immense power. Unlike other gods who rule through thunder and war, Nyx controlled the night itself, a vast, unknowable force that wrapped the world in darkness. If the king of the gods feared her, what secrets and powers did Nyx truly hold? Perhaps her influence lingers even now, hidden in the depths of the eternal night. Sixth on the list is Eris, the goddess of discord and chaos, whose actions led to one of the most legendary wars in history. Unlike other deities who sought power or devotion, Eris thrived in conflict and strife, delighting in the turmoil she could create. She was often uninvited to gatherings of the gods, for wherever she went, trouble followed. Her most infamous act was at the wedding of Peleus and Thetis. Angered by her exclusion, she tossed a golden apple inscribed with, "To the fairest," among the goddesses Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite. The resulting dispute led to the judgment of Paris, where the Trojan prince was bribed by Aphrodite with the love of Helen, the most beautiful woman in the world. This decision set the stage for the Trojan War, a conflict that would shape Greek mythology forever. Eris proved that a single act of mischief could bring down empires. How much of her influence still lingers in the conflicts of the modern world? Seventh on the list is Apophis, the embodiment of chaos and destruction in Egyptian mythology. Apophis was pure annihilation, an eternal enemy of order. This monstrous serpent lurked in the darkness of the underworld, waiting for its chance to swallow the sun and plunge the cosmos into eternal night. Every night, as Ra, the sun god, sailed across the sky, Apophis attempted to devour him. Only through the efforts of Ra's divine defenders, including Set and Batet, was the serpent repelled. However, Apophis could never be truly defeated, always returning to challenge the gods again. To the ancient Egyptians, this endless battle symbolized the constant struggle between light and darkness, order and chaos. Some even believed that if Apophis ever succeeded, reality itself would cease to exist. Could Apophis be waiting for the moment when the balance finally shifts in its favor? Eighth on the list is Hades, the enigmatic ruler of the Greek underworld. Unlike the Olympian gods who basked in the light, Hades reigned over the realm of the dead, a place from which no soul could escape. Often misunderstood, he was not an evil god, but he was merciless in enforcing the laws of his domain. Those who entered his kingdom faced eternal judgment. The wicked were sent to Tartarus to suffer, while the virtuous found peace in the Elysian fields. Yet, there were no second chances. Hades did not forgive those who tried to cheat death. Even mighty heroes like Orpheus and Theseus learned that his realm was not one to be bargained with. Hades maintained balance in the cosmos, ensuring the natural order of life and death. But what if he still watches from the shadows, silently guiding the fates of those who attempt to defy destiny? Could his influence still shape our understanding of mortality today? Ninth on the list is Chernobog, the feared god of darkness in Slavic mythology. Unlike other deities who balanced light and shadow, Chernobog was pure misfortune, the embodiment of chaos and destruction. His very name means black god, and he was believed to bring plague, war, and disaster wherever his presence was felt. Unlike benevolent gods, Chernobog had no temples or devoted followers. Instead, he was feared and cursed in ancient rituals, as people tried to keep his influence away. Some believed that during the winter solstice, his power was at its peak, and only the coming of light could drive him back into the void. Legends say that Chernobog is locked in an eternal battle with Belobog, the white god of light and goodness. Yet, there are whispers that his darkness never truly fades, waiting for the right moment to spread misfortune once more. Could his presence still be felt in times of great disaster? Throughout history, civilizations have worshipped and feared their gods. However, some beliefs suggest that certain deities never truly disappeared. In various cultures, there are stories of entities that hide in plain sight, influencing humanity without us even realizing it. One of the most intriguing myths is that of Hermes, the Greek god of roads, travelers, and commerce. Unlike other gods, Hermes did not rule from a golden throne but walked among mortals, acting as a mediator between gods and humans.
He is credited with creating trade, diplomacy, and even deception.
With today's world dominated by commerce, information, and the manipulation of truth,
could his influence still be present?
From modern myths to theories about his presence in symbols and organizations, the idea of a god still active in the world is unsettling.
Is it just a legend, or could there be something more?